Hi, internet people. So first, before I start the recap of the most recent episode of Lucifer, I need to comment on a thing I totally left out of my previous video. The kiss! How did I forget that they kissed? How? How did I do that? How did I just not mention that Lucifer and Chloe kissed? It happened. It was a thing. Okay, so kiss. And then this episode opens and it looks like the kiss has escalated into like sexy times over at Lucifer's place. And I'm like, okay, you guys do you. Whatever. There's been a lot of tension. You're adults. Then, while it's happening, Lucifer gets horns. Massive horns. Not like cute little tiny devil horns like Halloween style. No. We're talking like Prince of Hell, giant bull horn-esque horns. And, Chloe totally grabs them and is like riding him like a bull. But she like wakes up and like screams and wakes up, something like that. And then she like wakes up and Maze is just chilling in the corner of her room eating popcorn. And she's like, what are you doing? And Maze is like, I heard you scream. I came to see if you're okay. Then I just like stayed for the show, which is really funny. Okay, so in this episode, there is the setup of a new storyline. So there's the like, not exactly the setup. Okay, so in the last episode, we watched that guy die because something broke on him, and it turns out that something is going on. So, Lucifer is still trying to understand his new connection with Chloe, because Chloe is definitely, like, expressing more feelings for him. So, like, Maze, yes, whatever. Chloe is like going out there and like trying to like actually connect with Lucifer on a more romantic-y level, emotional level. So she's kind of goofy, like giggly, trying to be chill, but is not chill because not chill is happening. But Lucifer talks to Dr. Linda and he's like, oh, I think like we're on a new level, like da-da-da. And then he's like, wait, or my powers are working. Oh my, this means my powers are working. Like I am influencing her now. There's no more magic power block. And Dr. Linda's like, or she could like you, but you're not listening to me. Because Lucifer just leaves all the time from there because that's what he does. So there is a case, and it turns out that the case is, there's been a college student who died at the college in his dorm. And they find him, and he's apparently died, and it's like a weird, they're like, was he poisoned? And Ella, who is back, was like, no, like, ate through him poison, like, something bad happened to him. So she's, like, contacting all of her people to try and figure out what it was, because it, like, ravaged him. And so they're like, we don't know what happened, and they're, like, trying to figure out what happened, and they're like, well, this kid's like, yeah, Johnny Kane, the actor, was here, I don't know, and they're like, why was he here? Apparently Lucifer thinks Johnny Kane is really cool. He's in a movie where he's, like, a man playing a woman playing a man, which is, like, Victoria, sort of. Anyway, Johnny Kane comes in, he's holding this giant knife, and the detective is just like, you have to put that down, put it down, and then he points out that he reveals that the reason the boy is dead is because he didn't cut up his own face. And they're like, what? They reveal a video email where this guy in a creepy clear mask, those masks are so weird. The like clear ones with the eyebrows, and like sometimes they have the women ones with like little lipsticks, those are so weird. Oh, they're just weird. But he says like, this boy will die unless you cut up your face. And he didn't do it, and it's apparently a giant psychological test. And they're like, what? And so they don't know what the thing was, but they're trying to figure out an antidote because they find out that, because they want to know what happened. So they're trying to figure all of that out. They track down the email address, and it's connected to a TA at the school. And they find the kid who is totally jerking off in a private study room, which is not kosher, okay? I was a TA, not kind of long ago, whatever, but I was a TA, and there are rules, and one of them is you do not do that in a library, even if it's private. Find some studying to do, research crap for your thesis, grade papers, do important TA stuff. Don't just check off in a room. No! Lucifer like makes him Purell after they make him wash his hands because he's like, ugh, it's the funniest scene, but I was just like, ugh, really, dude, really? Think of the books. And no matter what he is doing, the university totally knows that he's watching porn on his laptop because he's totally logged into his university online account. You know he is. He's not that bright. Anyway, just the university will know that he was watching porn while he was supposed to be working. So they ask him, and he's like, no, I didn't send those, I was TAing. And he's like, I got hacked. Well, they find another email that is to a neurosurgeon. Yes, her name is Dr. Scott, which totally made me think of Rocky Horror, and I was like, Dr. Scott! But he says that if she destroys her hand, then he won't kill, creepy mask guy, won't kill another person. So they have Dan with the doctor, and Lucifer and Chloe are trying to find the girl who's at a college party. Now, while all of this is going on, Mama Morningstar is being super, super shady because she wants to tell Lucifer about how Chloe was made by God. And so she talks to Dr. Linda, which is funny because Dr. Linda is like, I'm not telling him. Because she literally wants Dr. Linda to tell him so that it'll, like, ruin Lucifer's life. And Dr. Linda's like, no, I'm not telling him anything. And then Mama Morningstar tries to say pretty please, and Dr. Linda's like, no, why would that do anything? Why? And then while they're talking, it's once she gets the realization that she wants, because it's not what Dr. Linda was going for, Mama Morningstar leaves to find the person who will help her talk to Lucifer. Yeah. She wants Maze to tell him. So she reveals to Maze that, Chloe is made by God. And Maze is like, yeah, they're all made by God. What are you talking about? And she's like, no, like special, divine, Amenadiel. And then Maze is like, what is Amenadiel, her father? And she's like, no, think about it. So now Maze knows the secret. But, okay, Dan is with the doctor, and the doctor is saying that, she has this obligation, like, she like, took a vow to help people, and Dan is, like, trying to, like, keep her calm and saying, like, no, don't, it'll be fine, we're working on the antidote. They do find the girl at the party, but the party is, like, a kegger. Chloe manages to take her hair out of a ponytail and look majestic. And I mean, if I have my hair in a ponytail all day, my hair looks like this. Okay, that's a little extreme, but I'm just saying, I do not look like a goddess, like the wonderful Chloe Decker. So Lucifer and Chloe go into this kegger, and Lucifer winds up drinking from the keg while they're trying to look for the person. Then he, like, gets relationship advice from the college girls, and Chloe thinks that he's, like, hitting on them initially, and she's like, what are you doing? They find the girl, they get her back. It turns out the antidote doesn't work on her because it's a special variant on whatever. And then when the doctor hears Dan say they found her, but it's not working, which, she sticks her hand in the garbage disposal like the cheerleader on Heroes, and that's like the one scene of Heroes I've somehow managed to see is Hayden Panettiere shoving her hand in garbage disposal. I'm sorry, I should have watched Heroes, but literally that's the only part I've seen is just so they come. Lucifer is super, super mad because he's like, why would you do this? It's like, it's not sensical, like, don't play this game. But then this package shows up and it has the antidote for the girl. They go to the girl, they ask her, like, did anything weird happen? Well, she, like, says, no, it was a normal day. Like, I went to class, I went and got food, I went to the gym, but I didn't feel well, and I didn't really work out. And then Lucifer's like, or she says, because her arm hurt, and Chloe's like, why'd your arm hurt? And she says, I got a flu shot. Turns out she got a flu shot in a van, and the previous kid also got a flu shot. So someone is screwing with the flu shots, which is not cool, at all. They track down the name of the person who gave it to them. Turns out not a person who works at the university anymore. They track that to a professor, doctor, I think he's a doctor. We're going with professor, who had been in like an Uber, and it flipped over, and instead of trying to save the driver, he saved his research, which was in a briefcase. Apparently only a briefcase, because, you know, if you have super important research, you don't back it up on a flash drive. What kind of idiot is this guy? Did he put the flash drive in the bag? Did he not back it up on his laptop? Did he not print a duplicate? What is wrong with this guy? Seriously, if I didn't think he was crazy over the course of this episode, the fact that he didn't back that crap up, dumb. I have like 4 copies of my thesis. 4 in a variety of different places, and it's posted on the internet, so it literally cannot be lost. Just saying. And just saying. And my research was not as important as his was, apparently. So they find out it's this guy. Chloe targets him. Like, she sends him a really, really mean email where she insults him, and he emails her back, and he's like, well, I have an experiment, and the doctor only did that because she was being monitored, and so I have 2 lab subjects in this place, and one is a track star, and if he doesn't cut off his own leg, this other guy's got a poison drip, and he'll die, and they have to find him. And, okay, not Chloe's fault. He apparently already had these two dudes strapped to beds, preparing for the moment that he would release he had 2 test subjects tied up in a lab, because that's normal. He's so weird. But they have to figure out where he is. They can't figure it out right away. It takes a little bit. Ella helps them track down that he's in a rival school. It's like literally the rival of the school he was previously at and got kicked out of, which is the one he started getting students from. He's in a lab that's under renovation. He has both boys. They find him. They go in. When they go in, he says that he has 2 vials. He has the antidote. The antidotes all look like Tang to me, by the way, so I'm just gonna assume that the stuff that provided astronauts with nutrients in space also saves people from various diseases. That is not a true fact, it was funny in my head. He also has one that's full of like a toxic gas, and if he releases it, it will kill whoever comes into the room. So he puts on a gas mask, drops the vial, runs. Chloe wants to bust in and get the kids, and Lucifer's like, no, you can't, I can. He's like, you have to go after the professor, I will get in and get them. And she's like, what? That's crazy, you'll die. And he's like, no, you'll die, I'll be fine. And she's like, no, you'll literally die. Like, I don't know why you're doing this. He's like, do you trust me? Go, just go. And so she leaves, and Lucifer, to test to see when he can go in, is literally like he busts, like a mirror or something, and is like dragging a piece of glass along his arm until it doesn't bleed. And like Chloe's literally chasing the professor like hardcore across his campus. Finally busts in, verifies that he can actually breathe, which was interesting because he's like standing and then he's like, lovely, and then like proceeds to go rescue everybody. He rescues the boys, but when Chloe confronts the professor, he slices his throat open with a knife. And my immediate response was, that is weird. I thought he was in both episodes before the hiatus. So, like, I literally was like, that doesn't make sense. They said he was in 2 episodes. He was going to be in this one and the one next week. So, hint of things. But, yeah, that happened. Chloe runs to Lucifer and is, like, super happy he's okay. They hug. Everything seems fine. Lucifer then winds up going out for drinks with Maze, and Mama Morningstar is there. I know she's going by Charlotte, but I just keep calling her Mama Morningstar. He asks why they're there, what they're doing. It's the bar where Amenadiel met Chloe's mom. So, yeah. Mama Morningstar is about to tell him, and then Maze is like, no, we have to go. Like, no, I'm not telling him. It's not happening. She goes to take Lucifer out. Lucifer has no idea why they were fighting. And he's like, why aren't you telling me what's going on? He looks behind them and sees a photo of Amenadiel and Chloe's mother, and he's like, why is Amenadiel with Chloe's mom? And then Mama Morningstar reveals, your father put her in your path. And then Lucifer kind of loses his mind, where he rethinks everything ever and is like, it wasn't real, it's never been real, it just wasn't real. And then he rushes to Chloe's to like confront her about this. When he walks in, Chloe's like hunched over and looks like, you can tell something is wrong because she's like in a weird position in her bathroom and she doesn't answer the door. He literally busts in, she doesn't do anything, like she doesn't respond. When he comes up, he's like trying to talk to her and asks if she knew, and then she turns and just says something is wrong and she's bleeding, like the way all of the victims were, because they're like bleeding from the inside out. Which is the only way you can bleed. Apparently they're like turning to mush on the inside or something. I don't know. It just causes nosebleeds. But like she's in danger, which means she got poisoned somehow. And so I'm thinking that the guy's blood was poisoned or something. That was my like general thought, was like the slicey thing revealed a toxin that was in his body. I don't know. That would be a lot of work and a lot of unnecessary risk to have poison just chilling out inside of you, but I don't know. So yeah, that happened. There was also a moment where Dan and Lucifer were very awkward because Mama Morningstar was at the police station and it was very tense. Just FYI, that was very farther in. But yeah, so Chloe's not okay, and we have to figure out what's going on, and they showed in the previews that Professor Guy, whose name I don't remember, is still there. So I don't know if it was like a faux knife slice or if Lucifer brings him back to life, because I know they can do that, like Amenadiel could, so I'm sure Lucifer could figure it out. And so this is all a setup for like the final thing before the hiatus, and we know that God, because we don't know if it's actually God, is coming in the new episodes later on, because they announced that there's going to be a character named God Johnson who shows up, but he's not showing up until after the hiatus, so he won't be in any of these episodes, but there is a man who is godlike appearing, so I don't know, and I'm very worried. Like, I don't think they'll kill Chloe, I'm just worried that we'll go to hiatus and she won't be okay. Like, I'm very worried they're gonna do the, like, flatline situation and then hiatus or something terrible. We shall see. Yes. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode. I think I got everything this time, plus that tiny bit from last episode. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Kleffnotes, on my blog, kleffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, or in their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP, and I post recipes on the iZombieSportGroup site, iZombieSportGroup.com. Bye, Internet people.